Hi again everyone, Scott Player Pop Cult Fan here, and in this video I finally got the chance to see the new Saw movie, Saw 10, and I'm ready to do my review for it. I definitely think that after the original film, this is probably one of my favorites because you have this movie being basically like a direct sequel to the original. And because when this movie came out first came out in theaters, I watched the original film, and that was it. I didn't want to watch any of the other sequels because this new movie is a direct sequel to that, and it's a prequel to Saw 2. So I didn't want to watch any of the other movies before seeing this new one. So I went into this movie pretty fresh in my mind of the original, and I'm very pleased to say that this movie it has one of the better stories that I've seen in this franchise. Because if you ask me, like, I'm not a I'm a casual Saw fan at best. I enjoy like the first couple films, and like the later films in the series. I There are aspects of those that I do enjoy, but they just didn't. They just weren't the same as the first couple films, I guess, in that. And also, but there is this movie has one post credit scene, and it was really cool. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you have seen the later films, I think you'll really appreciate this post-credit scene, for and also what it could potentially set up as them possibly doing another story after this film, that could still continue from this new film, which is really interesting to me. And Tobin Bell, he's iconic as Jigsaw. He really is. He's an amazing villain. He's very articulate and meticulous with his saw traps, and you have Billy the Puppet. It took a while for the Billy the Puppet to show up in this movie, and but eventually it did. And it was really cool seeing the Billy the Puppet again in this film, as well as Amanda. And speaking of Amanda, there is one aspect of this film that is a bit of a criticism to me, which is they didn't do a very good job trying to make Amanda look young, because the actress now, Shawnee Smith, she's a lot older, and all they really do to make her look young is have her wear this really bad wig that's like a black short-haired wig, basically. And it was noticeable watching the film and seeing her character. But granted, though, I liked the relationship between John and Amanda, and there were some really heartfelt moments with those two characters in the third act, and which lent to this movie focusing solely on John Kramer as the main character. And you get all these other characters in this film, and a lot of them aren't really good people either. And like the main villain of this movie, wow, there's quite a bit about her character that I did not appreciate at all, and I thought the actress did a pretty good job playing that role. But it was a villain that definitely deserved to die, definitely. But it was well worth it. I think a lot of the saw traps are really unique and really violent, and wow. And also, this movie focusing solely on John Kramer from beginning to end lent itself to really understanding the character in a way that we have never really understood the character before in previous films. And that's another reason why I really liked this film. This is This is a Saw movie that could very easily be regarded as maybe even the best in the franchise. Like, I thought it was that good. And it took a while for them to like show a saw trap when the movie started, but when it did, whew, wow, it was violent. And this is an R-rated film, so naturally, this is not a movie for everyone, but it is worth it for a lot of horror fans that like this film series. And Tobin Bell just once again proves why he's such an amazing character as a villain. Well, at the same time in this film, they sort of treat him as almost like an anti-hero in a way, and I thought that was rather fascinating. And also the music, once again, always worth praising about the Saw films is the music, the iconic theme that's been there ever since the original film. Also really good. And one more thing about this film is that dealing with John's health, him having brain cancer, you really felt for him because of that. And the movie touches upon cancer and how it can really affect someone, especially a much older man, and that can really be very hard to watch for a movie that's a horror film that's addressing an older person with brain cancer. It can really be a very hard thing to watch. So that's probably another reason why not many people would want to watch a movie like this. But I just thought this movie was really well done. They did an amazing job with it, and I definitely think that this movie can potentially still continue with another sequel. Like, I really do think that, and it was really good. So if I had to give this movie a grade, I definitely give it an A minus. That'd be my grade for it. And yeah, I actually do think that this is easily my new favorite Saw film after the original. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on this movie, and I will see you guys next time. Live or die. The choice is yours. Peace.